Hey guys, and for today's video, I picked up the entire Colourpop and Frosty the Snowman collection. Now, did I need this whole collection?
No.
But did I want it?
Yes.
When I saw that they were releasing this collection, the inner 90s child in me just had a complete nostalgia flashback. And I was like,
say less.
And I had to pick up the whole collection. This collection is absolutely adorable. So I will be doing 2 looks with the palette that comes in the collection, and we'll go ahead and we'll go through and see what products were included, and then we'll get started on 2 looks. So you can buy most of these products separately, and if you want, the entire collection retails for $125. Look at how absolutely adorable this packaging is. I'm serious, the nostalgia just hit me like a complete freight train. I absolutely loved this movie growing up, and my husband and I still watch it every single year during the Christmas season. Something I will never understand though with brands and retail stores is why they put out collections and decorations for 2 or 3 holidays down the line when it's not even Thanksgiving and we are still 2 months away from Christmas. But I digress. The first thing that I pulled out here is going to be the Candy Cane Lip Mask and Scrub Duo. I will go ahead and try this out because my lips are a bit crusty. So I believe that this is supposed to taste like peppermint, if I remember correctly. And this on its own does retail for $18. So let's open the lip scrub. So here's what it looks like. I don't think this is going to have like the really large sugar particles in here, but let's try it out. Feels really smooth. Oh, okay, it's a little bit grainier. Let's see. It does taste like peppermint. The sugar in here feels pretty fine, and it's not, if you guys have ever tried like the Jeffree Star lip scrubs, it doesn't feel even near that grainy. It's just like a very light exfoliation. But this does feel really nice and hydrating on the lips, even though this is just the scrub. Right, I think that did a good job with the exfoliating. My lips do feel a lot softer than they did. And now going in with the lip mask. Oh, that feels really nice. Yeah, that feels really nice. It's really lightweight, but it feels really hydrating. All right, and up next in the box is going to be the one color changing blending sponge, and it is supposed to look like Frosty the Snowman. And I do believe that this goes from a white to a blue when you run it under warm water. So here's what it looks like. I don't know exactly how much use I particularly would get out of a sponge like this just because it is such an awkward shape. But the FOMO in me was like, I had to have this, so I'll put it with a couple of the Glam Light sponges that I have. But this on its own does retail for $8. All right, and then the next thing in here is going to be the Snow Days Jelly Much Eyeshadow Duo. And this on its own retails for $12. I'm honestly not really a huge fan of their Jelly Much shadows, but I do like that these are a little bit smaller and they're not like the glitter based ones. These are more just like shimmer based. So here's the first one. This is like an icy lavender shade, and this is in the shade Made of Snow. And then this one right here is going to be Freezin', and this is like an icy blue color. I think my biggest gripe with their Jelly Much shadows is the fact that they dry out really, really easily, even if you keep the caps on them. But these feel like they are a lot smoother than their previous formula. So here are the swatches of both of these. Really, really beautiful. All right, and then up next in the box, you get 2 of their lippy pencil and lipstick duos. Here are the swatches of both of these. Really creamy formula, really like the nudie shade, and I also really like the red shades as well. I like a variety of different colors. If you guys have never tried Colourpop's lip liner formula, I personally think they have an absolutely spectacular formula. You can buy both of these separately and they retail for $16. All right, and then up next we have the Chill Out Plumping Gloss Balm Trio. And the 3 of these together retail for $24. I don't think I've actually tried like their plumping sticks before, but I do know that I have like all of their lippy sticks, so it does come in like the very similar component, except the lippy ones you twist, and these ones are gonna be like the Tarte Maracuja lip plumpers where you click this down here at the bottom. There's the swatches of all of these. Excited to try those out. I really like the ones by Tarte, so I'm interested to try out Colourpop's formula. And then up next is going to be their Super Shock Highlighter Duo, and this by itself retails for $16. And we're going to be getting the shades Winter Wonderland and Icicle Spree. I absolutely love Colourpop's Super Shock highlighter formula. I think my two favorite shades are going to be Flexitarian and Lunch Money. I was really excited when I saw these shades. I think that they're absolutely beautiful. Here's both of those shades. Absolutely beautiful. This whole collection just like makes my heart happy. Just reminds me of my childhood watching this. And then I also have the Rudolph palette that they released, what was that, like 1 or 2 years ago? And then we have the star of the show, and it's going to be the Frosty palette. Same exact outer packaging, and then here on the back it does give you all of the shades and their names. And then when we open it up, here's the color story, and it says, "'Tis the season to be freezin'." That's really cute. I think this is an absolutely beautiful color story. I personally love like very icy tones. Now granted, pastels, a lot of times you do want to lay like a colored base. I'll probably go in with like a white base today to kind of make these stand out a little bit better. And we'll see what we do tomorrow. I might do one kind of more of like the neutral-ish leaning with like pops of color here and there. And then today, to match my 12 days of nursing sweatshirt, gotta represent, we'll go ahead and we'll do the blues. Now my only complaint with this whole collection is the fact that Colourpop will not stray away from these glitters. I absolutely hate pressed glitters, and what I personally think kind of sucks is the fact that their most beautiful shades in here are going to be the pressed glitters. I find that to be pretty disappointing and really annoying. I don't like glitters in general just because they're such a pain to take off. But we do it for science, and we'll go ahead and we'll try out some of the glitters in this palette just because the colors themselves are absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to do my eye base and my brows, and we'll go ahead and we'll zoom you guys on in and we'll get started on this collection. My brows and my eye base are done. I just went in with the white eye base from the Glamlight Kiss collection to hopefully make some of these pastels stand out a little bit better. So I think for today, like I said, to match the blue we got going on, I think I'm going to start with this blue shade right up here, and this is called Splendid. I really wish Colourpop, like I said earlier, would stop with the pressed glitters. I don't know anybody who genuinely likes pressed glitters. I know quite a few people who love Colourpop's products, but none of them that I know enjoy their pressed glitters. That shade's really beautiful, laying down really nicely. I really love the tone of that blue, just that very icy blue. That shade almost exactly matches my sweatshirt. All right, and then to blend out that shade, I'm gonna go in with this kind of light turquoise shade right here, and this is called Wishy Washy. Just gonna take that and blend it out. It looks like this shade does have a little bit of like the shimmer kind of overlay to it. Yeah, this particular shade right here, I can see it, and it is helping to blend out that other shade. But if you're going to use this shade in its full capacity, I think you're definitely going to need to lay down like a color base or a white base if you're wanting to put this on the lid or use this in the crease. But it did help to blend out that shade, and I really love the tone of that. Okay, and then I think to just lightly dab into the outer corner, I'm going to go in with this kind of grayish shade right down here, and this is called Button Nose. And I'm still going to take that on a fluffy brush just to get a soft bit of color in the outer corner. Don't want the full pigment of that because I still want to keep kind of that icy tone. So I'm going to take the last two shades that I used and blend that out, and I'll be right back. All right, and then to make it kind of more of that icy blue shade, I did go ahead and put that blue Splendid shade right on top of it. Blend it out really easily, so I'm going to go ahead and apply some NYX Glitter Primer, and we will start diving into some of these shimmer / glitter shades. I'll probably just go ahead and use the glitters for this particular eye look for kind of what I'm envisioning. So I'm going to start with this really beautiful one down here, and this is called 1969. I do feel like Colourpop's glitter formula has gotten better over the years. Like, it's softer and it's not quite as chunky, but still, just as a matter of personal preference, their glitters in general are just not my favorite. It is a really pretty glitter though. I really wish that this had been like a duochrome shimmer or something of the sort. And then next to that, I'm going to go in to this kind of turquoise glitter right here. And this is called Ice and Snow. It's also really pretty. Up close, it has like a orange and yellow reflect to it. It is a really beautiful glitter. And then for the inner portion, I'm going to go into the one right next to that, right here. And this is called Something Wonderful. And I'm just going to put that right in the inner portion. I really do like how that looks. Like I said, I absolutely love like very icy kind of light tones. I just think it's really beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera, finish off the rest of my makeup, and we'll be back to try out some more of these products. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and finish off the lower lash line. And I think to do that, I'm just going to go back into the first shade. I used that blue Splendid shade. I'll probably go in with a blue in the lower waterline, and then I'll use one of the Super Shock highlighters for my inner corner and brow bone highlight. All right, I also went ahead and finished off the mascara. So I think I'm going to go in with that kind of more icy white highlighter today, and this is called Winter Wonder. I'm going to put that on the inner corner as well as the brow bone. Sometimes I think these are just too soft to use with brushes. All right, I did try to use a more dense brush on this side, but it still didn't work, and I did have to go in with my fingers, so that might be something to be aware of. It could also just be me. I have had problems in the past with some of their Super Shock highlighters where I did have to go in and use my finger if I wanted, you know, like a brighter kind of payoff from it. But I do really like the shade. I think it's really pretty. So now we're going to move into the lips, and I think for this look it might kind of clash a little bit, but I'm going to go in with the red lip kit. So I'm going to go in with the First Snow lipstick and the lip liner in the shade Magic Hat. And they have such a nice lip liner formula. All right, now we're going to go into the lipstick, and I think this is really cute. You can see the imprints on here. There's like little stars, and then there's the Frosty right there, or his hat. I think that's really cute. So we'll go ahead and try this on. It looked like a more toned down version of Mimi from the Drew Carey Show. This color is very beautiful though. I really do like this, and it's very comfortable. So I do want to try out one of the lip plumpers. So I think that I'm going to go in with, I kind of want to try maybe the more berry toned, even though this was kind of sheer. So I'm going to go in with the more berry toned one, and this is in the shade All Melted. So it's the more kind of plum toned one. And again, see, it's like the Tarte Maracuja lip oils. And we'll go ahead and we'll try this out. It has kind of like a toasted scent to it. That is unbelievably comfortable on the lips. All right, you guys, and this is the completed look number 1. And overall, I'm extremely happy with how this turned out. I absolutely love the eye look. No, I am not a fan of pressed glitters, but I think the colors on here are just absolutely beautiful. I'm very happy with how this looks, so I will see you guys tomorrow for look number 2. All right, you guys, I'm back, and we're going to start on look number 2. So I already have most of my base makeup done. I'm going to go ahead and do the lips and the highlighter first today. So I'm going to go in with the nude lip kit today, and the lip liner is in the shade Over the Hills, and the lipstick is going to be in the shade First Snow. Really like the color of that lipstick. It's kind of my perfect kind of nudie pink color. I really like that. So I am going to go in with another one of their lip plumpers, and this is in the shade Frozen. I really love the smell of these. It's kind of like almost like a hazelnut coffee type of scent. It smells really good. All right, well, I really love that lip combo. That might be one of my new favorites. And then I'm going to go in with the other highlighter today, and this is in the shade Icicle Spree. So this is more of like that lavender kind of icy pink color. Let's try this again. All right, this one's a little bit more glittery. And I did forget to mention yesterday that these lip plumpers do have just the absolute slightest tingle to them, but it's not anything like the Too Faced lip plumpers. Those things I can't stand those. But this one is completely bearable. All right, same type of thing as yesterday. This particular one, I'm finding, or both of these in particular, I'm finding that it's easier to use your finger if you want kind of more of the color payoff. Both of those are really, really pretty. I am going to use this shade today for my inner corner and brow bone highlight. So now we're going to dive back on into the palette. I am going to use kind of more of like the neutral shades today. So to start with, I'm going to take this kind of taupe shade right here. This is called Always Very Merry, and I'm going to run that in my crease. I kind of wish Colourpop had done like a kind of icy maybe kind of like icy pink blush. I think that would have gone really nicely with this collection. Oh, and in taking off the glitter yesterday, kind of a 50-50 on how I feel about it. It wasn't total glitter Armageddon like some glitters are, but I do even today still have a little bit of glitter on my face, but it's nowhere near as bad as what like their previous shadows had been when they first started doing glitters. But it's still my preference to not have glitters in palettes. But it definitely was a lot easier to take off than some of their previous glitter shadows. It's a really beautiful kind of purpley taupe shade. All right, so that shade laid down really nicely. Really love the tone of this. And now the next shade that I'm going to go in with to blend that out is going to be this upper corner shade right here. And this is called Thermometer. I'm personally looking forward to the Christmas season primarily because I love the cold weather, and here in Colorado it doesn't snow as much as it used to like when I was growing up, but it still does snow here, but I'm just mostly looking forward to the colder weather. I really don't like the heat. I used to make snowmen and snow angels and all of that growing up. My daughter does like to do some of that stuff, but she's kind of funny in the sense that she absolutely hates the cold, but really wants to go out to like do snowmen and snow angels, and then the second she's done, she immediately wants to come back inside. Those shades did kind of, not horribly, but they did kind of blend away, so this might be just a palette in general where you kind of do want to lay down like a white or kind of colored base, but this is fine for what I'm going for today. And I think today I'm just going to do like the shimmers on my lid. So I think I'm going to put down some glitter primer and I'm going to go into the shimmers today. We had a cold front come through and we have a freeze warning going on right now, and it's, what is it, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and it's only about like 35 degrees, and I am absolutely here and living for this cold weather. I absolutely love it. All right, so I have the glitter primer laid down. So I think the first shade that I'm going to go in with is this kind of purple blue one right here, and this is called Busy, Busy, Busy. I'm going to take that and place it on the outer corner. I wonder if this is more of like a kind of a topper shade because it's not the most pigmented. Right, and then the next shade that I'm going to go into is probably going to be one of my favorite shades in this palette, and it's going to be this really beautiful silver shade right here, and this is called December Wind. It's a really beautiful silver shade. All right, and then the last shade that I'm going to go in with on the inner portion is going to be this white shimmer shade up here, and this is called Jolly Soul. Those two shades right next to each other almost look like the same shade. Still a really beautiful look. Like, I'm not upset about that, how that looks at all. Okay, so I think because I do want to try as many shades in here as I can, I'm still going to use the Super Shock highlighter as my brow bone highlight, but I do want to go into this white shade down here called Christmas Snow as my inner corner highlight. All right, and then to line the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with that first shade that I use called Always Very Merry. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and put like a purple or a brown in the lower waterline and finish my mascara, and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, and this is going to be the completed look number 2, and I'm very happy with how this look turned out. I absolutely love these very kind of cool, icy tone type of shades. The only, and I say minor, disappointment about this palette was just that outer purple shade. I do wish it was just a little bit darker, like how people in cooking shows say just needed a little bit more salt. But otherwise, I mean, that's the only gripe that I have. I really think that this is such a beautiful look. I would wear this on a daily basis. It's very soft, but I think it's very pretty. And I'm very happy with how this looks. Really love this lip combo. I think, again, it's kind of my perfect pink nude color. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys on out, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts and opinions on the Colourpop and Frosty the Snowman collection. Alrighty, so my thoughts on the Colourpop and Frosty the Snowman collection. I think it's absolutely adorable. I think Colourpop has historically done kind of a little bit of a crappy job on some of their collections, but I definitely think that they 100% believe that this represents Frosty the Snowman. I can see the icy tones in here, the very wintry, cool vibes that this palette is trying to give off. Again, not a huge fan of the pressed glitters in here, but they are definitely better than they used to be, and they're better than some of the other pressed glitters that I do have in some other palettes from other brands. Didn't have too much of a problem taking it off. I did have a little bit of glitter on my face this morning, even after having washed my face 2 other times, but it's not a huge deal, at least not to me. The shimmers in here were nice, except that outer shade, like I said, little pet peeve. I do wish it was just a little bit darker, but otherwise they performed really nicely. The mattes blended out really, really well. I would recommend putting down some type of either white or colored base so that you get the most payout from these palettes. I do like that they included the black and the dark kind of grayish blue down here to build up a little bit of depth, as well as adding in the white right here so that you can help out, blend out some of your shades. So really love the palette. I absolutely love these So Juicy lip plumpers. They are extremely comfortable, and I really love the beautiful shine that they added. And then in terms of the lip kits, I absolutely love these. I really did like that beautiful kind of reddish pink color yesterday, but this is definitely going to be my favorite between the two. Formula is really creamy, really smooth, very comfortable to wear. And then in terms of the Super Shock highlighters, I really love the colors of both of these. I did have to apply both of them with my fingers. It didn't matter if I used a soft brush or a more dense one. I got the most payoff from using my fingers, but again, that's not a big deal to me. I didn't get to use, I actually forgot about these, to be completely honest. I did forget about the Jelly Much eyeshadows. I will use these in like a reel or a short of some sort just so that I can go ahead and try these out. But I do really like the fact that these do not have those giant glitter chunks in them, and the formula felt a lot smoother than it did in the past. And then again, the sponge I'm not going to use. I'm going to use it keep it for a collector's sake because, you know, FOMO. And this sponge is absolutely adorable. And then last but not least is going to be the lip mask and the lip scrub. I did use the lip mask overnight and my lips felt incredibly soft. And it does, both of these taste like peppermint, and I really do like that. I know that flavor is not for everybody, but I really like peppermint. Smells nice, extremely comfortable, very gentle exfoliation because it doesn't have the giant sugar clumps in it. So overall, I'm definitely going to be giving this collection 2 thumbs up. I thought that Colourpop did a really great job with this collection, and it was so nostalgic and brought back a lot of really good childhood memories watching this growing up. And I'm excited for the winter season to come so that I can watch it all over again. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching another one of my videos today. I hope you guys will consider subscribing. I do tend to upload pretty frequently throughout the week. Let me know down below if you guys like this collection, if you picked it up, if you plan on picking it up. And let me know down below which look was your favorite. Was it 1, 2, none, or all? Let me know down below, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.